Hey everyone, how's everyone keeping? I thought that I would do a review of the movie Cold Pursuit because I did do a trailer reaction for this and I was really excited for it. So I really hope that you will enjoy my spoiler-free review. So the lead actor in this film, the lead role was Liam Neeson, who is from Ireland, where I'm from. And he was a snowplow driver in this film. And I just want to really quickly say, I do really love Liam Neeson. I really love Taken and all those sort of type of movies. And I just absolutely love his voice. He's just like Morgan Freeman to me. I just really think they have nice voices to listen to. That might sound weird, but just thought I would mention that. Now, the story, without sort of giving away any spoilers because this is a non-spoiler review, I sort of already sort of gathered from the trailer, you would have seen it in the trailer anyway. Liam Neeson's son dies. So basically Liam Neeson in the film is seeking out revenge. This happened through sort of drug dealers, and again, from watching the trailer, you'll know anyway, so I'm not actually ruining anything for you because his son actually dies at the beginning of the film. I love Liam Neeson, and I went to see this film with my father last night, and my dad said that he would give it a 10 out of 10, and he thought it was one of the best films he's seen in at least the past 2 years. Now for me, I was sort of speaking to my dad about this. For me, as much as I really enjoyed it, there was things that I didn't really like, especially cast-wise, which I am going to get into. But firstly, I thought I would quickly say this film to me probably would have been a bit more of a sort of November, December type film. I mean, there was even a very quick sort of Christmas song in there, and I sort of started singing along. And I said to my dad, "Is that not a Christmas song?" And then when I kept singing the song, I recognised it. I was like, "Yeah, that is a Christmas song." So yeah, and as well, because of the film being extremely snowy from start to finish, I think it probably would have been better if they had have brought it out November, December time. But that is just my opinion because I love watching snowy things around that sort of time of year. But going back to, we'll start with the cast. Now, I think that Liam Neeson did a fantastic job. Of course, he's a really talented actor. I didn't have any issue with how he played his role. I thought he played his role brilliantly. Now, his wife, however, was just not necessary, in my opinion, in this film, and was only in it for a ridiculously short amount of time. So for me, she wasn't needed even in the script in any way, shape or form. The film wouldn't have made any different impact to me if she hadn't been in it. So yeah, and she sort of disappeared completely in the film, and they didn't even explain any of that. I mean, I get it. I get probably why, but at the same time, there was nothing. It was kind of a bit lazy, in my opinion. So yeah, she wasn't needed. The villain, I honestly didn't really like him. He's called Tom Bateman, and he's an English actor, and I recognised him from Murder on the Orient Express, which I was kind of disappointed. I loved the film, but I went because I thought Johnny Depp was going to be in the film longer than a very short period of time, and yeah, he was in it really short. But yeah, anyways, this actor who played the film, Tom Bateman, he was in that film, and that's the only film that I recognised him from. This is the second film that I've ever seen him in. He just wasn't convincing to me as a villain. Like in a way, the film kind of portrayed him as, a bit pompous and a bit sort of snobby and that sort of villain. But to me, I just prefer having a villain that you're a bit sort of scared of and you find a bit more convincing. But I can see where they were sort of going with it, but it kind of fell a bit flat. He's not the worst villain, but he's certainly not the best, if that makes sense. And the villain's wife is kind of funny, guys, because it's the same sort of problem that I had with Liam Neeson's wife. It would have made literally no difference to the movie had she not have been in the movie. Again, she was in it a ridiculously short amount of time. Her part was pointless. It really was. The movie did feel a tad bit rushed in the beginning, which is probably why I'm having this feeling with Liam Neeson's wife. I think that's what caused that. I mean, I already knew from watching the trailer that his son died, but to me, that was very, very rushed. The whole, his son dying, it just seemed like it didn't really work. I think they needed to sort of make that part a bit longer. And similar to the Taken movies that Liam Neeson, of course, has been in, he's looking for revenge. So if you like those sort of movies, you know, it is kind of samey to that sort of thing. And from watching the trailer, I can remember even saying I was getting Taken vibes. And, you know, that's basically the plot of the story. You know, his son gets killed and he's out to seek revenge. And how the story unfolds is actually well done. And me and my father find it very funny because there's things that Liam Neeson does that's hilarious, and there's just a lot of irony in it, and you're just going, yo, yes, you know. My dad was going, yo, because it was funny. We were the only two people in the whole entire cinema. My dad was talking really loud and go, oh yes, go on, Liam Neeson and all this here. It was really funny. I wanted to mention the visuals. I cannot go on without mentioning the visuals because wow, honestly guys, absolutely breathtaking. I mean, me and my dad were both going, oh my goodness, that's so stunning. We were both sort of talking together about it. And the movie was based in Denver, Colorado, and the snowy mountains are just unbelievable. And I remember saying to my dad, I really want to go to Denver now. And he went, you're flipping right, I want to go too, myself. So as I say, you know, Liam Neeson, his job is that he drives, you know, snow plows, because you mean you would have to, the crazy amount of snow up there. So, you know, as you probably guessed, there is snow the whole way through this film from beginning to end. But honestly, even if you don't like the movie and you like that sort of visuals with snow and everything, go and see the movie, honestly. So even from the trailer, I knew with all that sort of scenery that I would absolutely love the visuals and the setting because I'm obsessed with snow. And the guy from Gotham is in this movie. I can't remember his name, guys, but there's an officer in this, and he is in Gotham. So I just thought I would mention that. I'll probably bring his name up if I have a way of doing that. But he played a police officer, and then as well, I'll not say who, but there's a group of people that go into this like fancy looking hotel. And if I say who the people are, I would say I would sort of ruin it because it's great the way the story unfolds, but they pretty much go in anyways. And there's this hotel with all this fancy fluff and everything all around the tables, and there's actually people hired just to like get combs and like fluff it out and make it look all perfect. Like, it was hilarious looking. And he walked over and he said to her, you know, we have a reservation. And she was like, yeah, you don't. You have to make a reservation. And he was like, no, I don't think you understand. And then he eventually went to her, I don't think you know what I could do to you. And then he left a long pause and said, on Yelp, you know, because it's a place where, you know, you review things. And my dad didn't know what Yelp was. And when I explained to him, he found it funny. I thought that was pretty funny. But I think the main issue, guys, that I had with this movie, which was a shame, is the ending seemed a bit off for me. Like, I didn't really get to see a proper ending, and my dad also agreed with me on this point. And also there was no explanation of Liam Neeson's wife, where she went, nor did he seem to even wish to find out or seem concerned about it. I mean, understandably, I know you know, he was too busy trying to get revenge for his son, regardless, for me, I think they rushed her character to the point where she wasn't needed. And, you know, it sort of felt like they didn't know what to be doing with her character, so they just kind of rushed it. So we'll send her away and not explain where she went or even have him try and even think of finding her. It just seemed kind of off to me. So I think they may have gotten a bit lost with that, also with the villain's wife, and they seemed a wee bit sort of lost at the end. Like, they didn't really know how to end the film, if that makes sense. I'm not saying it was a bad ending. I like the ending, but it kind of left it where, like, sorry, I wanted to find it a bit more there, like, what's going on. But one thing I will say is that it is a bit gory, and I did have to look away, if I'm honest, a couple of times, but it was more toward the beginning. Pretty sure that Liam Neeson broke a guy's jaw, but luckily I sort of looked away. I know you've seen a split second of it, but it wasn't too often to the point where you sort of go, oh no, I can't watch this. But there is a good bit of blood in it, guys, so yeah, it's a bit of a heads up if you don't want to watch that sort of thing. So overall, I don't really want to say too much to give anything away because this is a non-spoiler review, but I would give the film myself about a 6.5 or a 7, but if I'm honest, probably more heading toward the 6.5 out of 10, really mainly because I feel that the villain, if he had been better and the story didn't seem kind of rushed in places in the beginning especially, with a better, more detailed ending, and I think as well, that's how I would have given it a higher rating, yeah. And I would watch this movie again, either be it on DVD or by downloading it when it's out, or if it's on TV. I would definitely give it another watch, probably around November time, to be honest, December, as I was saying, because of it being so snowy and so beautiful. But I honestly thoroughly did enjoy this film of Liam Neeson's, and my father said it's the kind of film that he loves, it's his kind of film. So I'm really glad that my dad really enjoyed it, and he would give it a 10 out of 10. And he sort of loves, like country and westerns and stuff like that, and he said he'd give it a 10 out of 10. But anyway, me and my dad both couldn't believe the snowy mountains. We both laughed at Liam Neeson's funny moments when he was getting his revenge. And I would recommend this film, honestly, if you sort of like Liam Neeson's movies. I really love Liam Neeson in Batman Begins. I absolutely love that film. And keep an eye out at the top of the screen, guys, if you do go to see this, no matter whether you're watching it in the cinema or at home or whatever at some stage. At the end credits, look at the top. I find it funny what was sort of wrote at the top. My father didn't notice this until I pointed it out to him, and then he laughs. It was kind of funny. So that is my pretty much honest review, and I will be doing a review of Mary Poppins Returns because I watched it the other night on the app Showbox. I was going to say Snowbox. That's me talking about snow, guys. So yeah, that should be up within the next sort of week, all being well. So keep an eye out for that if you are interested in seeing that review. But until my next video, whatever that may be, guys, don't forget that the Force will be with you always.